You think it is just bad luck when your printer stops working the day after the warranty expires. You think it is a coincidence that your phone battery turns to garbage exactly 2 years after you bought it. It isn't. You are being played. Welcome to the world of planned obsolescence. This is the engineering art of designing a product to fail. It is not an accident, it is a feature. And it all started with a light bulb. Go back to 1924. Geneva, Switzerland. A group of wealthy men in suits met in a secret room. This wasn't a movie script. This actually happened. They were the heads of the biggest light bulb companies in the world, Philips, Osram, and General Electric. They formed the Phoebus Cartel. At the time, engineers were too good at their jobs. They had built light bulbs that could last for 2,500 hours. Some light bulbs from that era are literally still burning today, 100 years later. This was a disaster for business. If you sell a customer a light bulb that never burns out, you never sell them another one. So, the cartel did something insane. They ordered their engineers to make the product worse. They set a strict limit. No bulb could last longer than 1,000 hours. If a factory made a bulb that lasted too long, they were fined. Think about that. They were penalized for quality. They successfully cut the lifespan of the light bulb in half, doubled their sales, and standardized the idea that things should break. But light bulbs were just the tutorial level. In the 1940s, DuPont invented nylon stockings. They were a miracle material. You could tow a car with them. They were indestructible. Women loved them because they never had to buy another pair. DuPont realized their mistake immediately. Indestructible stockings meant 0 repeat customers. So they went back to the lab and instructed the chemists to weaken the formula. They made the material more fragile, prone to running and tearing. Sales skyrocketed. They engineered a worse product to make you a better customer. Today, this strategy is everywhere, but it has become digital. Look at your printer. Many inkjet printers have a microchip inside with a counter. It counts the number of pages you print. When you hit a specific number, the chip tells the printer to stop working. It will say, "Service required," or "Parts end of life." There is nothing physically wrong with the machine. You could reset the counter with software and it would run for another 5 years. But the manufacturer wants you to throw it in the landfill and buy a new one. Then there is the battery issue. Remember when Apple admitted to slowing down older iPhones? They claimed it was to protect the battery. Consumers called it forcing me to buy the iPhone 15. It is a psychological trick known as perceived obsolescence. They change the shape of the charging port, they move the camera lens 2 millimeters to the left, or they change the colors of the interface. The old phone works fine, but it looks old. You feel poor using it. So, the next time your washing machine dies after 3 years, or your headphones stop charging for no reason, don't get angry at your bad luck. Tip your hat to the engineers. It takes a lot of intelligence to design something that breaks this perfectly. You aren't just a consumer. You are a subscriber to a lifetime of replacements, and the subscription fee is due.